What's up, y'all? Welcome to En Pointe, the mindset podcast for dancers, artists, athletes, and creatives. I'm your host, Latte, and welcome to this week's episode. I wanted to keep things nice and light this week. We're talking all about intention setting and affirmations and how we can use them going into classes, going into projects, and going and using them for our creativity. So this week's episode is going to help artists and dancers and honestly pretty much everyone. This might be a topic that's new to you, or you might be a master affirmation and intention setter. So whatever your level is, it's kind of like my spin on affirmations and how I make them work for me and how I use intentions in class. So I hope you guys enjoy. Here we go. So first, I wanted to start off with the difference between an intention and an affirmation. And the way that I like to think about it is my intention is the action. So this is the effort. This is my overall why. It's my goal. It's a to-do. So my intention, going into class could be I want to be more expressive, or I want to have sharper arms, or be more expressive in my choreography. I want to choreograph more. I want to be a source of support for dancers. Those are some intentions that I set for myself. Versus an affirmation is the feeling behind the intention, or the feeling that you're trying to match. So the state of being, the belief system. So I like to think of intention is the action, and affirmation is more of like my belief and my feeling behind it. I do believe that they work hand in hand. So when I set my intention and I set my affirmation, I make sure that they coincide. Like my affirmation supports my intention. A little quick example of that is, if my intention is I want to be more expressive through my choreography, then my affirmation that I'm going to use to back it is I am a source of creativity. I am a source of expression. So I try to make sure that they match when I'm creating them. One thing I do want to stress to you guys is intentions can really be anything. So they could be as simple or as easy as I want to have fun. Like I honestly, a lot of times when I am setting an intention for class and I'm going into classes, you guys know I've been taking a lot more hip hop classes. My intention is quite literally just to relax and like catch a vibe. Like that is my intention. It doesn't have to be this super grand like goal. You know what I mean? You can keep it very like specific to you, like what is going to benefit you. It doesn't have to be like I'm going to be a sharper, cleaner dancer. Like if that's your intention, that's fine. I went into a class the other day. My intention was I'm going to dance with my arms. Like I know that sounds vague, but like to me, I know what that means. You know what I mean? I'm going to dance with my arms. And like, that's just what I focused on. Like that was my intention. And then the affirmation that I used to back it was, I have life all the way to my fingertips and I could feel it. So, make sure that your intentions, just keep them super just specific to you. Sometimes they're just, I want to make a friend. Like these are just, if you want to think of them as small goals, I want to get paid for a singing job. I want to be a songwriter. I want to write one song. Like I want to write a song that makes me happy. I want to freestyle today. Like keep the intentions just like simple. I don't want to say small. So you like, if you have a grand one, that's great, but keep it simple and keep it true to yourself. But the list goes on. You can make these as big or as small as you like. And these are your intentions. Now, some things about intentions is I think that they're very important because it's a way to keep yourself grounded when you're in classes, when you're wrapped up in a project, when you're, going throughout your life, going throughout your day. There's going to be so many distractions. That's just life, so many distractions. You're going to have different energies pulling on you from different directions, and you're going to be, going about your day. And it's a good way to stop and reground and be like, wait, hold on. What was my intention for today? Maybe I just wanted to get through today and not say any negative thoughts. Like that could be your intention. You know what I mean? Not say any negative thoughts to yourself, or maybe your intention is to, be grateful. So like you're going through the hustle and bustle of class, or, this and that. And you're like, hold on, let me refocus and remember what my intention was. My intention was to be grateful. So it's kind of like remembering your why. I also think it gives you motivation. When you have a strong intention and shit gets hard, like I said, I'll use my class, for example. When I was in class, my intention was dancing with my arms. We were, I felt a little stressed, right? Learning the choreo, as we all do. And I was like, oh God, there's no way I'm going to get this. Like, I'm stressed out. And then I just started just focusing on like one little thing at a time. I'm like, just focus on your arms. Like, your intention was your arms anyways. Fuck what your feet is doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's just focus on our arms. And it helped me refocus and ground in class. By the end of the class, I was fine. I was completely fine getting called out for groups and everything. But like during class, I think we all kind of go through it when we're like learning the choreo and when it's unfamiliar. We kind of have that little stress moment. But having that intention to refocus your energy back to something and be like, hold on, why am I here? Take a breath, is really helpful, I think. Now, the way that I support my intentions is through affirmations. Like I said, I want to make sure that the affirmations that I'm using support my intentions. So when you have these intentions, like all of our goals, all of our higher self-realizations, all of our amazing intentions, our dream life, everything that we want for ourselves on a higher level, it exists, okay? It exists. We just need to jump to that timeline, or we need to align with that higher vibration. Stay with me, okay? Now, the way that we jump timelines, and I'm putting this in air quotes, is we want to bridge our current reality, our current situation with our higher situation or our higher vibrational self. Yes, there's like, because I'm one of those girlies too, there is a whole bunch of like timeline quantum jumping exercises you could do. But right now, I just want to keep it very like grounded. I don't want to get too far out there. And the best way to do it is, no, you're not going to rub two crystals together, even though that's a great way to do it too. But you need to focus on your physical self as well as your spiritual self. And when I say this is, we need to focus on two things. One, our actions, okay? Our actions are going to help get our low vibrational self or our current self into that higher vibrational realm where our higher goals are, where our intention is. And it's very simple. It sounds complicated, but it's just through our daily actions. It's through our work. It's through our physical actions. So an example would be if my higher self is a more seasoned choreographer, if I'm a booking choreographer, if I'm a creative director, the smaller actions and goals that I'm going to take are, maybe I'm going to choreograph for 1 minute per day. Maybe I'm going to film my choreography 4 times a month. Maybe I'm going to submit my choreo, my portfolio, my collection of work to people to network with. So it's about doing work on the physical realm, and then we use affirmations to do the work on a spiritual realm. Because you can't just do affirmations and say, I am a famous choreographer. I am a booking paid artist. I am a booked and paid dancer, like all these things, if you're not actually doing the work that supports it. And when I first started doing affirmations and manifestation like years ago, I thought this, and I would like write things down, right? I would do all these methods and write things down on paper and like burn it and like all the, witchy woo stuff. We love it. And I'm like, none of my manifestations are working. Like, why aren't they working? Well, because I was just saying words. And like, I feel like that's what happens a lot of people when they do affirmations is like, man, my affirmations are not working. Like, I'm just saying words. Nothing's happening. Well, it's because two things. You need to work on the physical aspect of it, which is going to be the actions that support the words. And then you need to work on the spiritual behind it, which is, and when I say spiritual, I don't mean like put your hands together and pray. If that's your thing, that's cool. I'm talking more like on a higher, like on a more subconscious level. You need to work on the feeling behind it. So number one, the action. So if you are, trying to bridge your current state to that higher state, you need to work on your physical actions. That's going to be going back to episode, oh man, what episode was that when I talked about, one of my earlier episodes about creating an action plan. You can't just like create goals without an action plan. You have to break it up into sub goals. So that's your physical way of trying to bridge your current reality to your higher reality. And it should look very laid out and methodical. Like you should find peace in that because there is a step-by-step way to get there. So now that I have my physical laid out, now I want to go back and I want to work on my spiritual, which is going to be my affirmations. So now, like I said, you're going to create those affirmations that support your intention. So say, like I said, my intention is to be a well-known choreographer, creative director. So my affirmations are going to be such like, I am an infinite source of creativity. I am an inspiration through my work of choreography. Those are some of my affirmations that I like to say that I write on my mirror, right? But here's the thing. The pro tip behind affirmations is the feeling. And when I say this, I mean like you need to feel like the state of people say like already having that, which I think is really hard. So I like to, when I'm creating an affirmation, create it from a state of higher vibrational. The universe just knows vibrational energies, low or high. They don't know like that one's specific to being a well-known choreographer. Like that does not matter. What matters is having the affirmation from the state of happiness, of joy, of gratitude, of abundance. That is what's more important. And another thing I want to point out is what happens is people create these affirmations and they're like, I am confident. But they say it at times when they're not confident and they don't feel good. Like if you were in a shitty, like having a shitty day and you like walk past your mirror of affirmations and you're like, I'm confident. Like it's not going to land. It's not going to hit you, or if you're, what happened with me is I would be in a creative rut and then I would be like, oh, I am a source of creativity. Like I feel creative. Why is it not working? And it's because I'm saying these words that mean nothing to me in a low vibrational state. So I need to raise my vibration. I need to raise my energy and then say the words and have that connection between the words and the vibrational states in order to get that connection going. There's like a quote, it's like a neurological quote. I don't know. What is it? Neurons that fire together, wire together or something like that, right? So that means, if you're in a happy state and you start saying those words and you do that every single time you're in a happy state as you say these certain words, then the reverse can happen where you say those words and then the feeling comes. So I'll give you an example. The one that I love to use right now is I'm an infinite source of creativity. And when I say it now, like I can feel it. But it didn't start that way. Like I said, I was in a creative rut and I was like, fuck. Like every time I say that I'm creative and it's not happening. Like, why don't I feel creative? Because I had to create the feeling myself. So one thing that really raises my vibration is like, you need to go back and find what makes you just light up, what makes you feel good. I love to listen to music with the lights off, like all the lights off in my house and just like calm music, not like, just calm music, like good energy music. Okay. No SZA. I'm sorry. SZA's another day. SZA's sad girl vibes. And So good energy music, lights down, and just like freestyling. Maybe I'm laying on the floor, maybe I'm stretching. I light some incense. I have a candle burning. I just feel calmness in my body. And from that state of calmness and groundedness is when I would start to say, I am an infinite source of creativity. And I would say that over and over, and I would feel good. Okay. Or another one is I love to go for like a walk on like a Saturday morning, like early Saturday morning with my dog, Kimmy, and the sun's shining on my face. And it just feels good. Like the warm sun, you're outside, it's fresh, like not even like any music or anything in the headphones, just like you feel good. And so I would go on these walks and like just like take in the surroundings and I feel happy. And then that's when I would start my affirmation. I would say, you know, I'm grateful. I am so supported. I am abundant. Opportunities are coming to me. Like that's when I would start speaking those words, is in these high vibrational states. And I would do that so often. It's like, I call it charging your affirmations. Truly. I would charge up my affirmations. So then when, you know, a week goes by later and I have to, you know, choreograph for class, and I'm like, all right, I'm getting ready to choreograph. And I'm like, it doesn't matter because I'm an infinite source of creativity. And then the feeling comes. So that's what I mean when your affirmations have to have feeling behind it. And that is the level of work that you're doing in the spiritual realm or subconscious realm. How about that? Subconscious realm, on top of your small tiny goals that you were using with your intention or your just overall goal. So the work needs to happen in the physical realm and the subconscious or the spiritual realm, both of them. Okay. And your affirmations need to have feeling behind them. You cannot just say words. It drives me nuts. Like because I have people and they're like, my affirmations are not working. And I'm like, we need to supercharge them. So your homework, I haven't given you guys homework in a while. We've been on summer break, but we're back now. List out things that raise your vibration. Like, what is that for you? I used to love to take bubble baths. I hate my bathtub right now. Not hate, but I'll just ew. But back when I was in the Bay Area, oh my God, I had the best bubble bath. And I would like really go all out. Like I would put rose petals just for myself. Okay. I put rose petals and oils and bubbles and get a book and play music and make myself a little fancy drink and just like lay in the bathtub and be like, oh, I'm so full of gratitude. Like, what kind of things can you do to create the feeling? And like I said, it doesn't have to be the feeling of the thing you're going after. I don't know what it feels like to be a world renowned choreographer. Like, I don't know what that feels like, but neither does the universe. The universe only knows like high vibration and low vibration. So use your high vibrations to support your affirmations in that way. I hope that makes sense. I feel like I drove that home. I don't think I need to drive that home anymore. Good. Another thing, so just carrying on with that, even now, like I continue, like I really love I am an infinite source of creativity. Like if I can't get any more words tatted on my body, because I'm just like, girl, get a picture, please get something else. But I really would get something like that tatted on me if I could. Like, I am an infinite source of creativity, because every time I say it, I feel it now. And anytime I'm on a creative roll, like I'm pumping out choreo left and right for whether it's class or for clients, whatever, I'm just like, I say it and I'm like, man, like I feel it. So make sure that you keep your affirmations supercharged, and they're gonna work for you so much better. But yeah, these concepts might be new to you, or it might be stuff that you already know, or there's different ways to do affirmations, not just like my way, but I think that's how I use them in regards to like my creativity and dance, like having my intention for class, and then using my affirmation during class to support my intention, and using my intention to refocus in class and stay grounded, because it's so easy when you're in an environment, with other people that's fast paced, there's music, so many distractions, to really lose focus on what you're trying to accomplish. And so I think it's really important once intentions are just like goals. Like, they're a really great way to build confidence, because I can't tell you how many times I've just left a class. Like, I left a class on, what was that, Tuesday? And I was like, man, that was such a good class. And there wasn't anything in particular that happened. Like, it was, and it's not like I was killing the choreo or anything. I set an intention, I stuck to it, and I stayed true to it. And that's all that mattered. And it felt so good. And so it's a really great way to build confidence as well. So I'm heavy on setting an intention for class. And also, creatives are really just energy sensitive creatures. So it's a great resource and tool to utilize. Like, we are so sensitive energies. That's like a superpower that creatives have, right? We can take energy and inspiration and create all kinds of amazing products and things from them, and movements and art. I love it. It's amazing. But if we're not able to focus in and we get distracted by different energies, then it's hard for us. And you're definitely not alone if that's you, because that's definitely me. So I love to use intentions, like I said, to refocus. What I would like to do now is I want to offer up a bunch of affirmations. And some of these I use, and some of them I just created right now. They're all great. I'm probably going to end up using a whole bunch of them. But I guess this is the ASMR portion of the episode, where you can just listen in. You can take the affirmations that resonate with you, or just leave the ones that don't. But here are some of the ones that I love right now. I am loved. I am protected. I am safe to express myself. I am unique, one of a kind, irreplaceable, and genius. I am an endless source of creativity. My art brings inspiration and joy. I am focused on my journey. I love performing and sharing my beautiful and undeniable talents. I love working with other creatives to bring forth fresh and lively ideas. I love my body and all the hard and incredible work it does for me. I am healthy and grateful. I am an athlete, and I treat my body with respect and love. I am a professional artist. I accept all the good shit coming to me. I receive all the love and support from other artists. I attract all the opportunities that are meant for me, that bring me joy and bring me growth. I exude creativity and confidence. All right, y'all. I hope that you really enjoyed this episode, because I did. And I hope that you have just a couple of new affirmations, or you create your own. Go ahead and add that into your homework for creating a new affirmation this week. And make sure you send this episode over to a few friends, dancers, artists, athletes that, could use the inspiration and help creating affirmations as well. I will see you guys next week. Later.